What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey6M2 coming to you guys with the video right now. So I want to go over some Julio Jones news. Obviously, I know it's tiring to hear this, but I like to keep you guys updated and keep myself updated. But obviously, Peter King has dropped the nugget here that there are rumors that, maybe, if they can't get a first-round pick for Julio Jones, that maybe the Falcons would rather take a second-round pick for next year. Obviously, the Eagles have 2 firsts and have 2 seconds as of right now. 1 conditional second-round pick that was the Carson Wentz trade that could potentially be a first-round pick if obviously Carson Wentz plays 75% of the snaps. Okay, now this is where I get really confused, guys, because if you guys remember back in free agency, if you guys remember this, JuJu Smith-Schuster was ready to, not just to go back to the Steelers, but the Eagles had a multi-year deal already ready for JuJu Smith-Schuster. They were a secret suitor, okay, that came into that. And we all said, why are they going after JuJu Smith-Schuster? And I said to myself, if Devontae Smith was in their draft plans this whole entire time, okay, and they knew they had Jalen Reagor already going to, have them ready to make sure he's going to have a good second year, then yeah, I could see something like this actually happening just because they already tried to go after JuJu Smith-Schuster. Obviously, he was a free agent, so they didn't have to trade for him, but obviously it was a lot easier. So when all that comes to account, it kind of makes sense. Now, is it true that Devontae Smith was the #1 target this whole entire time since free agency? I have no idea. Things do change over time. I mean, I'm not 100% sure on that, but it seems like the Eagles were just ready to give out a big contract, even when we had no cap space at that time. At the start of free agency, guys, we were we had $3 million under the cap. We were finally under the cap, and obviously the draft was our offseason. There was we're waiting for some free agents, but obviously with some slow strategic maneuvering, the Eagles did a few things, and we said, okay, not so bad. Anthony Harris, Eric Wilson, Kerrigan, trading for Josiah Smith, getting some starters and getting some guys that maybe can compete in camp this year for 2021 before the season. Okay, so obviously, do I think trading that second-round conditional is a good thing? It really all depends on which first-round pick they want to give the Falcons. If they can't get a first round, then the Eagles could give up a second rounder. Are you going to give up that second-round conditional you got in that Carson Wentz trade? I'm not even sure if that's even going to be – I'm not even sure if that's the right thing you should do right now, okay? I don't mind Julio Jones being an Eagle, but the problem is he's going to cost money. If they restructure him, whatever they want to do with his contract that he deserves, I understand, okay? But I think I just get a little afraid of things like this because they did this with JuJu Smith-Schuster. They tried to sign him to a multi-year contract that was actually more money, okay? So maybe the Eagles are like, okay, so let's see what we have to give up for Julio Jones. Then you can have your starters, as Jalen Reagor could play in the slot. You have Julio Jones and obviously Devontae Smith are going to be on the outside. You're not putting Julio on the inside unless they want to do different things with him, but I wouldn't even do that. I would just use him to his strengths, what he's been doing as a 7-8 Pro Bowler already. So I wouldn't change a thing with Julio Jones, and maybe make him interchangeable. And he is interchangeable. He can move around the field. I mean, that's the case. Then yeah, let's do it. But I just don't think we're meant for Julio right now. I don't think Julio's meant for the Eagles right now. And that's mostly because of the cap space. If we just could add whoever and we had like 80, 70, $80 million in cap space, I said, yeah, just do it. Who cares? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because we still have to wait until today. Obviously, you get some money back for the releasing of Malik Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey. And if you trade or release Zach Ertz, you get a little over $8 million in cap space. So at the end of the day, guys, the Eagles are only going to have about $13 million in cap space, 13 to 15, something like that. I read it before earlier today. So really, this move it's just going to make us cap strapped unless they can make it work. I don't know if that's the case. That's why I got a little confused about this. And then I said to myself, well, the Eagles tried going after JuJu Smith-Schuster. I know I'm saying this like 3 times, but I have to kind of elaborate on it because it does make sense in some aspect. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. So you could have Jalen Reagor, Devontae Smith, and you could have Julio Jones on this. I don't say JuJu Smith-Schuster. Hell no. But you could have all 3 of those guys on this roster. You never know what they can give up. I don't think giving up your own first-round pick is going to help. Obviously, more reports are coming out by Peter King and some other people out there that work for ESPN and the NFL are saying that now, they just want the Falcons just want a second round pick for next year, and the Eagles could definitely give that up easily. But Howie Roseman does not like trading second round picks. I've never seen him. I don't know when was the last time he actually traded a pick higher than a fourth round pick, because he really doesn't. He likes to trade for guys that are rentals for the year, that are cheap rentals for the year, that can contribute to your offense or your defense. Okay, so this is a juicy nugget to think about, and you never know at this point. And the question I have right now, and I want you guys to say this in the comment section below, is that was Devontae Smith on this? We're in their plans this whole offseason since pretty much, let's just say from February to the draft. Was Devontae Smith, was he the guy? Because if he might not, I don't know. But because they went after JuJu Smith-Schuster, it just kind of just makes me feel like they wanted that third piece, that they figured that Devontae Smith, they were going to do anything they could to get Devontae Smith. They traded back. They got a first-round pick. They gave away a late third, their second, third-round pick to the Cowboys, moved in front of the Giants, picked up Devontae Smith, and now maybe they want to complete their wide receiver core and go get Julio Jones. That's a 32-year-old receiver that has a few more years left in him. And, obviously I think he has been injured a little bit, but, I mean, at this point, it's Julio Jones. I mean, the guy wants to go to a winner, and I think this team wants to win in some case. I mean, it's really showed me this year for 2021. They're making these moves where I can't even tell if they're rebuilding. I mean, they are somewhat, but at the same time, I feel like they want to surprise people this year. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys later. Shakes what up, Flowers 5. Peace out, guys. Peace.